Our first forest station as mucky as a pigpen. Ordinarily, we just break out a few crates of the cold stuff and let the strong arms and hoses have at it. But what with being sent here, there, and everywhere in search of the mayor's dang cat, we just don't have the time. I'm messaging you from the lower branches of oak tree at the great river that I can already see has no cat in it. Your name came highly recommended. Thanks, Denver. There's my band. Can I go across the street to the food mart? What if I go down the street to the diner? Deer crossing. Those animals do be crossing. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Power Wash Simulator. The holidays are finally behind us. Get all my Christmas streams done and put out on YouTube's. Did a whole advent calendar this year too. Got that up as shorts on the channel. I got turned it into a vlog as well. I got a heck of a lot done. I've been doing a lot lately, more than usual. Like I feel good about where we are in the new year, especially. I'm getting a good bit done. Well, this is going to be a simple job as far as I know. I don't think there are going to be any complicated parts. It looks like just a square building. I can't imagine this is going to give us too much of a headache. Santa's workshop, though, back in December. Ooh, that took several days to finish. That was a rough job. You can't even see the door to this place. Yeah, so I guess there's a subplot running through this entire game. I mean, yeah, it's just Power Wash Simulator. Ooh, you're just showing up to different locations and doing different, power wash jobs. But no, there's the whole active volcano around here, apparently. There's the mayor's missing cat that I could have swore we saw. There's this gnome that appears on every job we do for some reason, little lawn gnome. I haven't seen him yet today. Let's go over here and see if I can find him. I am still trying to learn keyboard and mouse best I can. This is currently the only game I'm using keyboard and mouse for. Wait, what was that? Oh, it's just the ladder. Oh wow! So we have the building itself. And back here we have, I'm going to assume that's like the tower they use to practice, or I don't know what that's supposed to be. I don't know. I finally started my Simpsons hit and run playthrough. I did make an attempt to play it on the channel years ago, but I was being lazy, and I think I rage quit out of it and deleted it. But now we're doing it proper. We are doing it proper. It's a fun game. A lot of people want a remaster of it, but I just don't think that's going to happen. It's not like financially viable for them to do so. They'd also have to update a lot of stuff. I just don't think it would make. I mean, diehard fans of The Simpsons would buy it, or Simpsons fans that are gamers would buy it. I would buy it. I'd make sure all my friends had a copy too. That's something we kind of did in 2025. Like I bought the Telltale Jurassic Park collection on my Switch digitally, and I bought it on Steam digitally. And then Tyler hooked me up with a physical copy because I couldn't find any around here. When I tried to get it on eBay, scalpers wanted an arm and a leg. I don't remember where he got it from, but he got it for me. I started Animal Crossing Wild World, which I probably shouldn't have. I just really wanted to play it. And then after a few episodes, I'm like, I don't feel like playing this anymore. So I put that playthrough on hold until spring. That's when you get all the good bugs and fish and stuff. So we're going to primarily focus on the playthroughs that we've started and try and wrap those up in the next few weeks. And then we're going to move on to Majora's Mask. That's going to be a big one. I probably won't play any other games until Majora's Mask is finished, because I started it ages ago and I haven't finished it. And I did Ocarina so many years ago that I've just left Majora's Mask in the dust. Okay, what let's do though. Looks like the game audio might be a little low. I'll bump it up because I don't want it to be too loud, but I also want you to be able to hear it, even though it's just water sounds. That might seem more equalized. Yeah, I borrowed that N64 controller from Tyler, the one that, you know, like officially is a Switch controller. And I'll be able to play the game proper now, because I was having a lot of trouble with the C-Stick on modern controllers. It just didn't work. The game was designed to use buttons, not a control stick. But I'm really enjoying my new schedule. It's permanent. And I got to do everything I can to make absolutely sure that I don't screw it up. My goal is for it to be permanent. You know, I wake up around 8 a.m. I go to bed around 10 p.m. every night. You can laugh and call it an old man schedule if you want, but I've struggled for years and years and years with trying to sleep properly. And a lot of it was just tied into my mental health. And I'm in a much better place now, and I think I can handle it. I think I can handle it. All right, I'm going to have to get in there with this very specific nozzle and everything to get that, and I'll do it later. Why did I start on the front of the building and come around here? I wonder why. Do 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 do. I do do. I do do. Do do. I have been doing earlier streams than I've ever done though, and I usually get the same viewers that I've always had. I just don't know what to do about growing on Twitch. Like, I did a little bit of growing on YouTube last year. Not a lot, but a little. No, Twitch is just nothing, man. I think I got a few new subscribers. Not subscribers. They're called followers on Twitch. I think I got a few new ones not too long ago. But not enough to really write home about, you know. It sucks. I think I maintain the two notions that I've always maintained. It's My content might seem a little boring, and everybody and their mama streams now. So you have just, the oceans are flooded with streaming fish. So, yeah. But it is what it is. Ding. Did I ever wash the graffiti off of the older buildings? You know what? I don't remember. I want to say I did. I said older buildings, the other buildings. Oh, I don't have to hold it down. If I right click it, just spray. Why didn't I know this whole game? Oh, I'm upset. Oh, since the last time we were here, I finished Metroid Prime 4. I have to say it's a pretty solid title. I'll definitely end up replaying it on my own for fun outside of streaming. I don't think it's as good as Prime 1 or 2. I'd say it holds its own with Prime 3. The original trilogy will always kind of be special in its own way. We've moved past the whole Phazon Dark Samus story into a new era. So there's that to look forward to. Okay. I think I've done about as much as I can without getting the ladder. So let me go around now. Oh, Lord. Might also have to run to the bathroom in a moment. That's going to make this whole episode a pain to edit. I've had to keep stopping and run to the bathroom. Once or twice is fine in a long stream, but like, I have a feeling it's going to be one of those days. Yeah, I'll be right back. Bathroom time. Okay. I'm back. That always happens after a fast. I've decided that I'm going to get back to fasting the way that I used to in my 30s. And it helped me drop a lot of weight back then. It's going to happen again. So I woke up Sunday and went out to lunch with everybody while I was still in Tennessee, and then I drove home, and then I had dinner that Sunday night, which I think I just warmed up some pizza rolls, something quick and easy. A small portion too. I didn't have like a big helping. Then I went to bed and I didn't eat again till today. So that's Monday, Tuesday, and then into today, Wednesday. So it was around noon Wednesday when I ate again today. Had a salad and a couple of cinnamon rolls. I wasn't going to have the cinnamon rolls, but I thought I'd treat myself after not eating for a few days. It's not going to hurt anything. As long as I don't pig out and eat a bunch of them. They're small. They're like this. They're not like eating a big old piece of cake or something, you know. But that's what I'm back on now. Because like I knew this was coming for a while. I knew I had to do something. I've struggled with it for a long time. But you just gotta be smart about it and be healthy about it. Make sure you don't hate yourself. But yeah, anytime I fast for a few days after I'm not used to doing it, ooh, the evacuation afterwards is just insane. It's kind of hard to see. Tyler and I started Lego Star Wars last night. It was fun. There were a few tedious moments where I'm like, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what's going on, but we made it through. I kind of wanted to edit it together the same way I did the Jurassic World stuff. But I figured, screw it. I'll just make it episodic at this point. I don't care about Star Wars the way I do about my dinosaurs. Well, to be fair, I don't care about anything as much as I care about my dinosaurs. And maybe Metroid Prime or Metroid in general. Dinosaurs are still going to win. But Metroid's a close second. That's why I do it. That's why I don't like doing favorites and stuff. Something's always going to lose. Something you don't want to lose. Can't we just enjoy everything? Curse whoever came up with the notion that you always have to do favorite everything. It's a weekday. Everybody must be either at work or school or asleep on the other side of the planet. We're not getting any chatters. I spent most of my years doing this in the afternoon. So like anywhere between, honestly, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. has been my streaming schedule for years. But since I decided to fix my sleep a few months ago, I've kind of been doing early streams. And they're usually before noon or around noon or slightly after noon. It'll evolve over time. And it'll get to a place where it needs to be naturally. It's just, again, I don't know that we're ever going to grow on Twitch. I keep saying let's do YouTube streams, but then I keep streaming on Twitch hoping that it picks up. It's just not picking up. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Well, honestly, it's not so much about what I'm doing wrong. It's just not what I'm not doing what's popular. I like to do my own thing, and people don't like that. They like conformity. And that's just never going to happen with me. Now, I have tried to chill out lately and relent on a lot of past rants and ravings. You know, I'm trying to calm my tits, be a more likable person, affable, pleasant, calm, happy, and other such synonyms. Hello! Welcome to chat. Welcome to chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to chat. I've been sitting here talking to myself. I'm watching the fire station. Feeling super shiny today. I saw that in Discord. I know that you mean something different, but in my head, all I could think of is shiny Pokemon. I feel pretty good today too, honestly. I've been feeling a lot better lately since I switched my schedule around. I was just talking about that a minute ago. I think I'm going to permanently keep this schedule. Slashing some zombies. Go for it. They do have it coming. They are zombies after all. What if they had to leave in the middle of me doing this? Would they open this door and run me over? Oh, it would not be good. Yeah, I was just telling my nephew earlier. We were putting he got a new desk. I guess my dad was putting it together, and I just kind of showed up after he was almost completely done. And I was telling my nephew that, you know, the majority of people are on PC now. Consoles are kind of dead. It's time for them to go away. And there are some diehard fans that are going to be like, you're wrong, and here's why. And they're entitled to their wrong opinions, but it's time to have that consoles are over party. It's been time to have that party. I wouldn't even own any video game consoles right now if it weren't for like Nintendo games being locked behind their hardware. And at this point, I emulate everything except the Switch and the Switch 2. I could emulate those, but I prefer to play those on the native hardware so that I can still access the Switch online and play online with people. Look at that. Clean as your whistle. Clean. Oh, Lord. The only old systems you have is the Wii U and the GameCube. Yeah. See, I don't have any of that stuff anymore. I got rid of everything. I only have my Switch and my Switch. I have my OLED Switch and my Switch 2. And my phone, if that counts for anything. Of course, I literally only do Pokemon Go. That's it. I don't do any other mobile games. I did try doing the Jurassic World Alive stuff, but it's just so boring without other people. Lewis played it with me for a little while, but I think we both kind of got bored with it. Washing, washing, wash it all clean. Oh, that's the dryer or the washing machine out here. Like, what is that noise? Well, damn. The silver looks so shiny and cool. Jesus. You think you got it all, but then you hit the toggle to look, and it's like, oh, I missed a gross amount. Well, dang. Getting the sides of the building, just doing these flat walls, that's the easy part. I notice it hasn't stormed on any job we've done yet. We did a stormy job. That's a thing we need. Oh my God. Not me over here thinking I cleared this area. Jesus. Okay. Yeesh. Ping, ping. Yesterday it was overcast the whole day. It's been partly cloudy today. It's nice weather. I have both windows open. Some fresh air today. I had forgotten just how different the air is between the day and the night. A couple of decades of sleeping all day and staying up all night. I've almost forgotten just how glorious it can be out there during the day. The various nature smells. Oh man, I've robbed myself of so much time. It wasn't all complete waste. I did get to spend a number of years in peace and solitude and happiness, though it's not a complete waste. I did avoid a lot of stress. I avoided a lot of bullshit and people, so I got that going for me. I'm never going to complain about that. But that era definitely is kind of over now. Well, not kind of over. It's over. Let's see. Your turn. Whatever you are. This is a door, right? Yes, this is a garage door. But somebody has graffitied. The hoodlums. How's Trick? Still spraying your jet around? Yes. Yes, I am. Doing it right now. I'm doing a job while you're texting me. And we missed out another RV today. Chihuahua chewing a wasp, but it would have been a little wasp chewing on Chihuahua. Well, yeah, that's true. There is a new game called RV There Yet. I want to check that out. I don't know anything about it, but the name is intriguing. I bet it's funny. Hmm. I went back to holding the button down when I could just be doing it this way. "21% complete. Wow. That's a low amount considering how much of the building we've cleaned so far." I definitely think one of the things I want to do this year is longer streams. I want to do I want to get through as many of the back catalog games as I have as possible so that I can start streaming, new and exciting stuff that we've never seen before, which is why I said we're going to go ahead and do Majora's Mask next. That's considered a back catalog game. I think after 9 years, though, I've covered most everything from my youth, as well as anything new that's cropped up. So I think I've done a pretty decent job of like going over the stuff that I felt was important and making Let's Plays out of those. And I think that now we're getting like really close to a point to where I can finally start breaking new ground completely, and you might not even see a Nintendo game for months on end. I know we have Pokopia coming out next month, or in March, in 2 months, and that's going to be an obvious play on the channel. But aside of that, it will be nice to be able to move around and have a little bit of freedom to try other stuff. Not to mention, I really need to grow the audience. I need to push the monetization a little further. I've never really cared about the monetization, but I'm starting to a little bit, just because I need to start saving for that trip that I'm going to take in, I don't remember, a year or two from now. I'm going to go to Iceland with Tyler and Tiffany and whoever else is going. And I'm really excited for it, but I'm also really nervous that I won't be able to raise the money in time. I don't know how much I'm going to need to go, but I'm going to start, I'm going to start saving immediately, stop spending any money on anything, and I'm going to become a complete tightwad. Complete tightwad. How did I miss that much? Oop. I think it's about time to go get the ladder. Yeah. Oh my God. It's so bad up here too. What is this thing? What are you? What are those? And if you guys do want to watch the big Metroid Prime 4 finale, let me tell you a little backstory. So, usually, just like they do in movies now, if you've got 100% of the items, there would be a post-credit scene. You got all the scans and all the power-ups. This time, instead of doing a neat little scene that kind of teases what the next entry will be, instead, they took the main bad guy, Silux, they took his backstory and made it into a mini, or they took the cutscene that explains his backstory and they hid it in the art gallery menu. It's not even included in the game. You have to 100% the game in the credits, and then you get to see it. Or at least that's what Reddit tells me. I didn't bother getting 100% of the items because that's not what the playthrough this go around was about. It was just about completing the story. I will do a 100% run eventually, but I had to source the cutscenes off of YouTube, and I was like, why did they hide this? That's stupid. But I ripped the clips from YouTube, did some fancy editing, and I turned the episode that I recorded into a masterpiece, a work of art. So if you do watch my version of the end of the game, keep watching past not only the game's credits, but keep watching past my credits as well. And from there'll be even more like post-credit stuff to watch. You're going to want to hang around to the very absolute end of the video to catch every bit. Okay, here's where I got to duck down so that we can actually reach. Too close. How did I miss that? It's the tiniest little spots that you always miss. Get right over here. So I can get this. Now, hang on a minute. Crap. Oh, yeah. Eh. Okay. Let me take a peek. All right, I'm just going to go back up the ladder. Yeah. That's a tough spot to get. Board. Okay. Oh, I missed. Ah! Fell right off. I'm sorry, I've been injured. I'm gonna have to go home for the day. Okay. Boy, I guess from here it's just about getting it done, huh? Because there's such an open area. I need like water grenades. Something that cleans up, like they have in Splatoon. Those you throw a grenade and it cleans such a huge area. That's what I want. I guess that would defeat the purpose and the charm of power washing, though, wouldn't it? If you just breeze through it that quickly. What would be the fun in that? I created a literature section in the Discord. I don't know if anybody will use it. I don't really read, but I'm kind of hoping everybody else will use it. I am thinking about doing a little book club. If I can get people to sign on to do the book club, then we'll start reading a book and discuss it. And I don't think we'll do like monthly or put any time limit on it. Just when everybody has finished the book, that's when we'll discuss it. We'll put kind of a time limit on it. If it turns into a 6 to 12 month thing, I'll be like, yeah, we're moving on without you. But I've been recommended several books to read. I've got several books that I've started in the past that I didn't finish that I would like to go back and finish. So I think I'm going to start doing that. Because I could, even if I don't sit down and physically read them with my eyes, I do audiobooks. Do that while I'm walking, getting my steps in. Uh, I definitely need to get back to walking every day. I do try and stay as busy as I can. That includes the streaming stuff. I include that in, when I say busy, I do include this. I was thinking about, what if I started paying Google to advertise? Because you can do that with your stuff. Like people do that Facebook and Instagram and other platforms. They pay platform to show their stuff in the algorithm. And I'm starting to think that that might be what's hurting new creators or small creators, is that it's a paywall thing. Oh shit, I hit Z, didn't I? I've had those lines on the screen and I've been talking this entire time without a face cam. See, without anybody here in chat to tell me I've done that, I don't know how long it's been that way. Um, but yeah, I gotta figure out why the algorithm doesn't push people like me. Why is it so finicky about who it will promote? And I think a lot of it, ultimately, now that I'm really thinking about it, it might be simply just because we're not paying. Might be a pay to win situation, which sucks. But because right now, like I said, all my money's tied up in paying for the Wii U, or the Wii U. Why do I keep doing that? In the Switch 2, and I keep buying games. But I'm about to stop because we have enough in the back catalog to where we're never going to get around to them anyway. So, because I have 3 trips planned and no money. In March, I'm going down to the beach with Tyler and the gang, and then sometime between March of 2026 and March of 2027, I want to go up to Chicago and I want to go to the Field Museum and look at the Pokemon stuff that they're doing up there. But it'll also be a bucket list thing because I've always wanted to visit the Chicago Field Museum. It's one of my favorite places, and I want to go. So I'll drive up to Tyler's, stay there with, his place, and then he and I will drive up in his car, assumedly. And it's about an 8-hour drive from his house to Chicago, so it'll be a day's worth of driving. We'll go there, stay, do what we're going to do at the Field Museum, then drive back. It's a big ask for him to do all that driving. I'd be willing to do some of the driving, but I don't know if he wants me driving his car. Back when he lived here, we would drive each other's vehicles all the time. We didn't care. But it's been years since he actually lived here, and I don't know. I wouldn't be on his insurance, so, if anything happened, would I be covered? You know how that goes. Insurance companies are already garbage. They all are. None of them want to pay out like they're supposed to when you have an accident or go to the hospital. That for-profit shit just don't work because there's never enough profits. They always want more and more and more and more, but the more they get, the more they want. Stupid. What did I even press Z for? Z, since Z is so rarely used, I set it as my hotkey to turn my face cam on and off. But I'm still working on that Metroid manga so that those two bars show up in the middle too. Which I need to go back in and finish that. We never did chapter 2 or volume 2. I think there were 6 chapters for each volume, and I did volume 1 and then got busy with the holiday season. I'll do that. I have plenty of time. It's just a matter of doing it. I bought me a, speaking of spending money, I shouldn't be spending. I went ahead and bought me some bird seed and a bird feeder. Since the squirrels destroyed my last one last year, this time I bought one that claims it's squirrel proof. And then I found out that if you buy spicy bird feed, squirrels won't touch it. They hate spicy stuff. And birds can't experience spice like we do and or mammals do. So we should be good. I'm going to see. I'll put it in the vlog when it comes in. It's supposed to come in a few days. I ordered it. I ended up, instead of trying to find it all in person, I said screw it and ordered it through the Walmart app. So I'll show you guys when it gets here. I'm actually in the middle of recording a new vlog because I recorded some footage when I was up in Tennessee. And it's just sitting on my computer now. I moved it over from my phone yesterday. I need to film a few or record a few more things and then put it all together. I tried a green tea monster yesterday. I didn't like it. I got a raspberry tea one to try to, well, I guess I won't be drinking it today. But tomorrow I will be. I usually end up drinking a monster or two when I start a fast. I don't know that I'll ever be monetizable on YouTube, even if I meet the criteria for monetization one day. Because right now YouTube's in the middle of that lawsuit. So you can't talk about eating or eating disorders or anything like that. YouTube's also become real bad about certain words. If you say certain words, you can't monetize. I care more about putting these videos out as they are than I do about getting paid through AdSense. So they can all go fuck themselves. Yeah. I knew going into this that I was never going to be able to turn this into a job. I wanted to turn this into a job. It would be great if I could turn content creation into a job. It's just never going to happen for me. It's not in the cards. I put so much time into this and still have gotten nowhere that it's best just to keep considering it a hobby. Now, we have the Patreon, but the Patreon has gone full nonprofit at this point. And I don't really ever see any need to change that. Because I think we only have 2 or 3 members in there as it is. So I can't get new people excited about my stuff. Even when I do get a new subscriber here or there, they fuck off. They subscribe. They'll watch a stream, talk for a little bit, follow me on Twitter, and then I never fucking hear from them again. And they do that shit on YouTube too. They'll leave a comment and then not subscribe, or they'll subscribe and then never watch a video again. It's very frustrating. Trust me, on my end as the content creator, like, don't subscribe just because you watched one video you liked. I'd rather you just not subscribe at all. Maybe leave a like or something, but just don't subscribe. If you're not going to come back and watch more, you're hurting the channel. Because if you subscribe and don't watch videos, the algorithms notices that. You're actually doing harm to the person's channel. People aren't going to listen to me. They never do. Jesus. I'm going to have to use the one that cuts through the rust. Because this tin is rusted and it's not, you're not washing it off with this one. What the hell? Oh, it's a ladder. Is this mold? We had black mold. We had to have somebody come in and rip out the entire bathroom and redo it from scratch. It was awful. At least I've found out I can just click the right button and I don't have to keep holding this down. That's nice. That's real nice. Wish I'd figured that out 2 or 3 missions ago or jobs ago, but whatever. Oh. At least we have beautiful weather for this. Although I stand by what I said earlier. I would love to do this in the rain. I think it would be a trip. I gotta sit up. Me ass. Should I go ahead and just focus on this entire area here? Like, you guys think that would be the most pertinent way to cut through this? Is just go ahead and do all of the rooftop here? Because it seems like it'd be the biggest part. Ooh, what if I did it like we were mowing the lawn? Hell no, that's gonna take too long. I'm gonna have to start speeding this up though. Get out of that little tedious. Just cleaning the rooftop, just washing it off. Do, 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 do. Are we having fun? Is this fun? You guys think this is fun? I'm kind of having fun. I'm having a pretty chill time, and that's what's important, is I'm not stressing out over something. But playing through Metroid Prime 4 has kind of made me realize I need to start challenging myself again. I've gotten way too fucking soft. I have boohooed and bellyached with many a game in the past 9 years, instead of just trying to do better. Although there have been a handful of times where it's just poor game making. I stand by that. As someone who has spent decades playing video games, I can tell when something's good versus when something's bad. I might not be able to really communicate it perfectly with you of why it's bad or good, but I know. I mean, I deleted entire playthroughs because the game was just good. You know, I tried, one that comes to memory lately was, remember when I tried doing the Sonic DS games and 3DS games like Rush or whatever, and all those are horrible. I managed to do the Sonic GBA games, but I just couldn't. I couldn't get through those DS and other mobile Sonic games. It's too much. It was just too much. It was just too much of a crappy game. We're still not even, we have not cracked 50% yet. But we are starting to move the needle, tackling this stuff. So at least there's that. Good Lord. It's always the ground that's the most tedious part. It wasn't this bad for the skate part though. I don't know why I'm suddenly like, ugh, could this part be done? I've cleared most of it, though. Look at that. We're almost there, folks. Getting close to having this spot done. It's a little green slime, moss, mold, whatever it is that mixed in that's kind of hard to peel off of there. Bam. My arm. My knee. It just popped. You probably didn't hear it, but it popped. Reposition my legs and my knee popped. There's just so many random specks everywhere. I don't know how much the game's going to demand. You know, I get every little teeny tiny minuscule speck. I'll tell you what I am going to do. Scratch my ear and move down here. I need to finish getting this ladder. Yep, that ain't coming off. We need a radio up here on the roof. Somebody come in to chat and sing. Come on in and sing. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Whoa. Whee. Now, can I just walk up this the same way I would the other ladder? I can. Perfect. Fuck. I didn't know this section was up here. No wonder it's still such a low percentage clear on the thing. Damn. All right, let me tackle this. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. There we go. Okay, let me get back up now. Ooh, I almost fell. Okay, I don't think there was anything hanging off the side over here. We have those two lights on the front of the bit. Well, no, I got all that. I was able to get that without having to be up here. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, damn. I have to imagine that the roof is probably the place that gets the dirtiest the fastest. But then I can hear somebody in my head going, no, actually, it's because it rains up there. There's always a detractor. There's always somebody there to be an actual Lee. And I get it. It's better to have the right information instead of just floating out misinformation. But it's like, damn, you know? Damn. Just damn. I forgot to put the stream in performance mode. I don't know. I don't know how smoothly the game's been running on stream for you guys, but it might run a little better now. I look down and it looks jerky, but I can't really tell. Fuck it. I'm going to focus on getting rid of this stuff. Yeah, it looks like there's just the frame rates aren't where they're supposed to be when I look down at it. I really need a new computer. Top of everything else. You know what? There we go. Damn. Ding. Ding. Oh, how long have I been here? An hour and a half. We might, or I don't know. We might get this done today. We don't know. I like when they give me a little mini one to do in between the big ones. It really helps me fill out the next episode. Almost, almost so close to just having this little portion done. Hey, I just realized we've hit the 50% mark. Okay, wait, I like that. Although that's 50% after an hour and a half. So yeah. Where did it? The roof is down. Now let me get you. I'm tired of looking at you. I'm quite tired of it. It's not fair, isn't it? Quite disgusting, isn't it? Your turn. Remember back before, well, some of you may not remember this, some of you might not be old enough, but remember back in the day, I know you didn't fucking. Ooh. Ooh. Hell no. Fuck off, PayPal. Nobody's doing crypto. Only losers deal with crypto. God damn it. Fuck off. Sending me push notifications. I didn't ask you 2 cents. Anyway, like I was going to say, back in the day, before smartphones, before iPads, before any of that shit, um, when you came up here to do something like this job out here in the sun, you might set a little boom box right here or somewhere over here, and you would just kind of listen to the music while you worked. That was nice. I have fond memories of being outside as a kid in the spring sun or the summer sun, and didn't have all the modern technology. And no, I'm not trying to be a boomer and say, darn kids with their technology. I'm just saying I miss those times too. I miss the simple analog technology. I've been really craving it lately. Analog televisions, radios, things like that. I think honestly that's why records became so popular again in the past couple of years. Well, a decade or so, honestly. Records have been back for a while. But I honestly like cassette tapes. They were terrible, and they always wore out and broke, but I liked them. I'm a big fan of, cassette tapes, VHS tapes, and again, the quality on them is horrible, but it was just nice having them in my hand. I miss being able to hold stuff. It's really the only drawback to digital everything. I miss having physical objects in my hand. I really do. Oh, Jesus. I thought this was going to be a simple job. Nice square building. But no. I am about to do it this way, though. Because it's a nice straight line, this will be the quickest way to do it. See? Don't make me regret doing it this way. Don't move. Don't move the gun. Somewhere it's still not counting. Let's see what we missed. Oh, Lord. Jesus. Okay. Uh-huh. That'll do it. I'm gonna have to go get the ladder. Yeah, I'm gonna need the ladder for that part. Where would it best be? I can move it. More of this green stuff. Jesus. Really? Wow. All I did was touch that one spot. You mofo. Look at you. Really? Well, that's kind of unfortunate that I don't really have a really decent place to stand for this. To do this at angles. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Just do everything from this angle. We'll come back at it from the other side. Do it the same way. I smell something burning. I might have to go check on that. Oh, and I'll have to get under the windowsills too. Okay. Well, I'm getting somewhere. Okay. 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 Damn it. Really? You can jam me up with the window, huh? No, I'll figure it out. Oh yeah, I gotta do these too. It's the only tool that can handle it. The laser focused water. I need pop to get. Let me go ahead and do the rest of them while I'm down her. I had to get underneath this thing too. Wow. All I did was touch it. Oh. It's bothering me because it smells like rubber. If it were leaves or cardboard or something, I wouldn't mind, but I smell burning rubber. I don't want that shit in my lungs. It pisses me off when people burn shit they're not supposed to. The day I came home from Tennessee, I got home and there was this huge, giant plume of black smoke coming from my neighbors. I don't know what he was burning, but couldn't have been legal. Nothing you can legally burn should put off black smoke. As far as I know. I don't know if that's clean or not. Because it tells me when I hover over something what that item is, but that doesn't mean it's clean necessarily. We might have to break. Yeah, we're gonna have to break. I haven't even started on that thing yet. Yeah, we're gonna have to break this into multiple jobs. Look at all that still up there. Yeah, yeah. This is gonna end up being two-episoder, two-parter. It's gonna end up being a two-parter. So I've been sitting here for 2 hours, and my ass hurts. Not to mention I have other stuff I gotta go do. Maybe one day we'll graduate to the 3+ hour streams, but I don't know. Don't know. All I had was that salad. It's coming back on me. I gotta get all the way up here. Come here, ladder. Up, up, up. You know what? I got all of this. far as I can tell. Is there any spot left? Well, there's that, but okay. Well, when we come back in next time, that's what we'll work on. Okay. I ain't even see you chatting in chat. My bad. I got so absent-minded and kind of hypnotized watching myself spray this dirt. You swear your Twitch one time the guy he comes in trying to flirt. I've had people come in and try to flirt with me before too. It doesn't happen often. It's really once in a blue moon, but you just shut it down quickly and they kind of move on and accept it. Um, yeah. Some, every real once in a while, it does kind of enter my mind. I'm like, you never really know who's watching, you know. But and that was a concern I had when I first started doing the YouTube thing because when I first started doing this, I didn't stream. For the whole first year or so, I just did pre-recorded content for YouTube. And I thought, what's the worst somebody's going to do? Like leave a nasty comment or something. But after years of vlogging and stuff, I had long since doxed myself. So, um, I never outright just gave my address, but I've told everybody knows what city I live in and where I live. And I've shown my house and everything in vlogs, so it's not rocket science. I do repeat myself all the time, saying you don't want to come here because not only do we have dogs, we have guns. So we will use both with prejudice. If you show up unannounced, don't show up to content creators' houses. Don't show up to anybody's house unannounced. Don't do that. I don't even like friends and family showing up unannounced, let alone with strangers from the internet who don't understand parasocial relationships. And some streamers don't mind you coming in and flirting. You know, some people, depending on the vanity or depending on what kind of content you're creating, some people don't mind it. But we're just here playing video games, so I definitely mind it. I don't want people coming in and like, we don't talk about sex stuff on my channel. I avoid any of that kind of stuff altogether. Do we curse a lot? Yeah, but we just don't talk about that kind of adult material. I've always avoided that. Just it was best just to avoid that altogether. You know what I mean? But so far, it hasn't been an issue. So, but yeah, when we come back in next time, we'll work on getting the roof cleared. I guess we need to tackle this tower. Oh, I just now realized they have a whole ass helicopter pad back here. Oh damn. Oh damn. All right. Well, see ya, folks. I did it again, didn't I? When did I hit the Z button? How long has it been since I hit the Z button? God damn it.